This is Fredelin Parin, Poppy, as my friends call me. As a band conductor, I graduated from the University of the Philippines College of Music. During my studies, I was so fortunate to be under the mentorship of 4 of our national artists for music. In band conducting and band arranging, I was under the late Maestro Lucio Di San Pedro. In music theory, score reading, and orchestration, I was under Professor Ryan Cayabyab. And being the first batch of the Philippine Youth Symphonic Band in 1982, 1983, and 1994 consecutively, and being the band's principal trumpet and soloist, I was under the directorship of the late Maestro Colonel Antonino Buenaventura and the late Maestro Francisco Feliciano. Coming from a musical clan, being born in a band, raised in a band, and since I grew up in a band, all these early years training helped me to do really good in my formal studies in music. My great-grandfather was a member of the historic Banda San Francisco de Malabon Grande from our hometown, which is now the city of General Trias in Cavite, who first played our national anthem, El Himno Nacional de Filipinas, on the Declaration of the Philippine Independence in 1898 in Cavite, Cavite, with President Emilio Aguinaldo. Through the years, eventually, the band split into 2. My great-grandfather organized his own band and named it Banda Veteranos de la Revolucion, and later became Banda Kabataan, as it is today. After my grandfather took over in directing our band. He was a member of the famous Philippine Constabulary Band under the directorship of the late Colonel Antonino Buenaventura. After my grandfather, my father took over. He was also the principal trumpet of the Philippine Constabulary Band and the Manila Symphony Orchestra for 20 long years. As my father gets older, I began to direct our band. In my career, being a soloist, principal trumpet in an orchestra, and a conductor, I am so blessed that I have collaborated with thousands of international instrumentalists around the globe, which contributed a lot in honing my skills and artistry. And now, for more than 10 long years, I am so blessed to be sharing my craft with the CEU Concert Band. It is a great honor to be of service in this institution, the Centro Escolar University, and to be working with intelligent, kind-hearted students, staff, and bosses. I really cannot thank everyone enough. Thank you for making me stay. The primary responsibilities of a conductor, basically to name a few, are as follows: to unify the performers, set the tempo, execute clear preparations and beats, listen critically and shape the sound of the ensemble, and control the interpretation and pacing of the music. Without a conductor, each musician would resort to his or her own individual opinion and interpretation, which will result to an ununified performance. A great conductor must have not only manual skills and superb taste, but the essential gifts of acute hearing and the ability to communicate with musicians in verbal and non-verbal ways. Conductors choose the works to be performed and sometimes arrange or transcribe the works to be performed. Conductors may become known for their distinctive conducting style, usually done with baton or body and arm gestures. Speaking of conducting baton, a conducting baton is a stick used by conductors primarily to enlarge and enhance the manual and bodily movements associated with directing an ensemble of musicians. Conductors also use skills in public speaking and writing to aid in lecture concerts, fundraising activities, and the general promotion of the performing group. Many conductors develop a unique and attractive stage presence that help him sustain a public persona that reflects a positive emotional life of all the members of the performing group. A firm leadership is required to keep the ensemble on cue and working together to convey the musical piece as a unified whole. Also, the ability to hear the group in its entirety, but to still be able to pick out the pitch of individual instruments is very important in keeping the overall harmony.
So that's the first episode of the CEU Concert Band series, Kasaysayan, Kaalaman at Kwentuhan, with the director and band conductor, Mr. Fredelin R. Parin. For the next episode, abangan naman natin ang assistant director at band conductor ng CEU Concert Band para magbigay kaalaman kung saan at paano nagsimula ang banda at pati na rin magbigay kaalaman sa larangan ng musika. To get the latest episodes and updates, you can like the official page of the Centro Escolar University Concert Band or the CEU Presidential Committee on Culture and the Arts. Or you guys may subscribe on CEU Concert Band YouTube channel and click the notification bell.